You are listening to Unstoppable Actors, the essential podcast for ambitious, unknown actors with me, Louise, the Artistic Director of Standby Method Acting Studio. And for the last 13 years, I've been taking unknown actors with blank CVs all the way to Netflix dramas, Amazon Prime films, TV soaps and stage plays around the world. And every week I'll be talking with you and sharing how you can become a paid working unstoppable actor, because you 1000% can. An acting career is doable. Are you ready to dive into the episode? Hello, welcome to another episode of Unstoppable Actors, the 220th episode. Can you believe it? I obviously love talking about method acting. I love sharing my knowledge with you, and I love having you here. If this is your very first episode, thank you so much. You've tuned into a very good episode because I am going to be talking about the signs that you are a method actor. If you are returning, and this is either your 220th episode that you've listened to or one of many, thank you so much. I absolutely love sharing this information with you. I love it when I get DMs on Instagram at Standby Method Acting Studio. If you do want to send a DM saying how much the podcast helps you, it's just so incredible to be able to connect with your energy and see your face on your profile picture and have a quick conversation to find out how the podcast is helping you and the wins that you're getting from it, because that is my aim, as always, to help you become an unstoppable actor. As you know, there's only so much I can do with these episodes. I can impart my knowledge on you, which I love doing, and I definitely don't scrimp with it. But the next level, moving beyond the podcast, is taking the training to something more practical, where I see your acting, where I share exercises with you and show you how to do them, where I give you feedback on them, where I workshop your scenes to help you see how to keep improving them with the method so you can become more authentic, so you can embody the character like they're your second skin. And one of the ways that I do that is in the 10-week method acting modules. So the next one is January 2025. It's online. You can be from anywhere in the world to come and train on it. We've got applications open for a very limited amount of time. And I'm inviting you to come and apply for a place on it. So I want to be coaching you to take your career to the next level, because my acting students are achieving incredible things inside the classes. One of our students in the final class this week shared with us that not only is she in a TV production, she's in a TV show, she's currently prepping for that. One of her films that she's just done has been sold to Amazon Prime and is going to be shown on Amazon Prime next year. And that's incredible, because I've got a film on Amazon Prime. One of my older students has got a film on Amazon Prime, and I'm just so excited for the things that are happening. And that's possible for you too when you take the lessons from this podcast and come and immerse in them on a more practical level. So the link for the 10-week method acting modules is bit.ly/10-week method acting. Before I dive into the meat of this episode, I just want to share with you one thing. Don't get sucked into the thought process that, oh, well, this is possible for everyone else, but not me, because that is absolute codswallop. It is possible for you. You are more than capable of making an acting career happen for yourself. You just have to make good decisions. That's all you need to do. Good decisions in various different ways about how you're going to show up, and you can do that. So shall we crack on then? Shall we find out what the signs of you being a method actor are? Well, I'm going to start by sharing a story, because I started acting when I was 14. When I was 14 years old, I decided I want to be an actress. Now, you don't need to be 14 to get started. You can be any age to get started with an acting career. I have coached people of all different ages, from their teens when I used to teach teens all the way up to people being in the 60s and 70s. I have had people go from having successful careers as lawyers, doctors, completely switch out and become actors. So you don't need to have started from an early age, is what I'm trying to say to you, because I know that is a big worry in the industry. It can be any age, but 14 was when I got started. I started to realise when I was 14 years old that there was a particular way that I liked working as an actor, even that young. I didn't know about method acting. I'd never heard of it. I didn't even know about Stanislavski. I didn't know about any acting practitioner when I was 14 years old. I just knew that there were particular characters that I liked playing. So I'm going to give you a couple of stories of things that I did and how I now know that that's what led me on to method acting and how I knew I was a method actor. And then I'll give you a list of signs. And if you are relating to them, you are absolutely a method actor. And you need to train in method acting if you're not already. So when I was 14, one of the things we did at school was Macbeth. And I was playing one of the witches. Absolutely loved it because the witches are incredible characters. Our teacher at the time took us to a place in the Peak District called Castleton. So if you're not from the UK, the Peak District is beautiful countryside. It's absolutely gorgeous. All these beautiful little cottages and streams and fields, and yeah, it's just beautiful. So we stayed in this hostel for a weekend, and it was a drama weekend away with the drama class. And what she got us doing is improvising out in the countryside as these characters, the witches, and then we'd rehearse the scenes out in the countryside. And for me, I loved it. That was such an incredible way for me to fill my imagination up. I found I really connected to the character. I could really immerse myself in their world. And I was just like, wow, I love this. And then a little bit later on, we did other characters. And I remember playing this character from World War II, this young woman. And my teacher, still the same teacher, decided for character research she was going to take us out to Anderson shelters. So Anderson shelters are where people went during the war when there were bombings to try and protect themselves. So she took us to this Anderson shelter, asked us to close our eyes, took us through this exercise where we imagined the sirens going off and we were coming down to the Anderson shelter and we were having to hide out there to try and stay safe. And then again got us to, after that exercise, rehearse there. Again, it was incredible. It filled my imagination up. I was like, wow, I can really connect to this character, to their life. And it just allowed me to bring something new to the scenes every time I was doing exercises like this. And I really started to love this way of working. I then went to college. You don't have to go to college to be an actor. As I've already shared with you, so many of my acting students have switched careers. They've not done drama at school. They've not done drama at college. They've simply just come and trained in method acting and they've gone on to have incredible careers. So you don't need to do any of the things that I did in that sense. I just want to reassure you with that. But when I was at college, that's when I then started learning about other practitioners. Well, practitioners that I'd never heard of, actually. So we started learning about Otto, Brecht and Stanislavski. And I realised, and I don't know whether I was influenced by what had happened at school, but I realised Otto and Brecht weren't for me. It just didn't feel like I was immersing in the roles, and I loved that. Whereas Stanislavski, I was like, oh, I can get on board with this. Now at college, obviously, you don't learn a lot about him, but we did this one exercise called Baby in the Bath, which is what I do in the 10-week method acting modules, and oh my good Lord, it gets you to connect to these characters and the emotional journey that they go on, unlike anything. You get so deep into it and it is so real. You have a genuine experience, and that was what made me go, I love this way of acting. So if the stories that I'm sharing with you are resonating with you and you're like, yep, Louise, that's me as well. I love this way of working, or I can see myself working in this way. That is a sign that you're a method actor and you need to learn method acting exercises. And that's what I did. I didn't just leave it there. I then went on and trained in method acting and learned the method acting exercises that were just as powerful as Baby in the Bath. And I have to say, method acting has really given me confidence and belief in myself as an actor, because I know I can connect to any character. I know I just have to use the exercises to get into the heart, the soul and the mind of the character, but I also know how to drop the character as well. So I'm always working safely. I'm never taking anything home with me. So here are the signs then. I made a list of the signs. So those were the experiences that I had. And then I made a list of the signs. So let's see which ones out of this list you can connect to and resonate with. So I obviously realised that the scenes that I loved were the ones where there was a big emotional journey and the characters felt very real, very true to life, a meaty character, someone who's got a lot going on, raw emotion. I noticed that I didn't like anything that was hammy or fake. So if you like characters that feel very real to you, that's one sign that you are a method actor or that method acting is for you. If you like meaty characters with depth, that is a sign that method acting is for you. If surface level feels fake and you can't get on board with it, again, that's another sign that method acting is for you. If you tend to want to find the emotional journey and find a way of connecting to it and expressing it, again, that is a sign that method acting is for you. If you love immersing in characters that are very different from yourself, my story of the witches in Macbeth, the girl in World War II, the baby in the bath exercise, if you're similar to me and you love immersing in those kind of characters that are very different, again, that's a sign that method acting is for you and you are a method actor or there's a method actor bursting to come out. If you want to know everything about the character, or if your imagination loves deeply diving into their worlds, these different characters' worlds, then that is a sign that you are a method actor or there's a method actor inside of you waiting to come out, or that method acting is for you. Maybe you've said yes to every single one of those things that I've just read out and you're like, yep, that's me. Or maybe it's just a few. But even if it's just a few, method acting is for you. And it is so exciting. I cannot find the words in the English language to express how exciting method acting is. But just take that list as a sign that you should be training in method acting and getting more method acting exercises in your toolkit. I hope you have found this insightful. I hope it's been useful. I hope it's been inspiring or enlightening and it's got the cogs in your brain whirring. And if you do want to take the lessons from this podcast to the next level and dive into method acting more practically with me, definitely go and check out the 10-week method acting module. The link is bit.ly/10-week method acting. The applications are open for a very limited time. Let's make your acting career happen, because I know it can. See you again soon.
I've absolutely loved hanging out with you, and I really hope you found this episode inspiring. If you have, please do rate the podcast and hit follow so you never miss an episode and I can help more actors like you. And come and join one of the most supportive, uplifting acting communities on socials, the Unstoppable Actors Facebook group, where you'll get your weekly injection of inspiration, networking, and receive your free Method Actors handbook so you can become an unstoppable actor.